Good afternoon, my name is Josh Karp. Today at Meltdown Comics we have John Schnepp in the back hawking his wares. But before we get to that, let me take you on a quick tour of Meltdown, if you'll follow me. Meltdown Comics opened 20 years ago this past October. And as you can see, we have a menagerie of things that have been collected over the years. Here's our lovely display of rare and vintage Spider-Man comics, toys, and collectibles. Right over here we have our science and rock and roll section because science is the new rock and roll, according to Nowhere Men. We got our giant Gigantor with flocked by kaiju and Daleks. Yeah. Some fun things. Over here we have our lovely indie and mini comic section. This is some of the best and brightest of LA coming out, selling their books here. We love local artists, we love local talent, so having a place to display their stuff should always be front and center in our mind. Going past here, we got all our new releases. Everything coming up, Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, Boom, Dynamite, a little bit of everything. We've got, of course, no comic book store would be complete without a manga section, and we have a veritable display here. And then our awesome, artsy, fun, cool books, artists from around the globe. We're here to show our love for them. And if you head back into Nerd Melt Theater, we have Mr. John Schnepp selling his entire collection of comics. Thanks for joining me.
I like yours, and I like thanks. Hey, what's going on, guys? We're just talking about ABCs of death. This guy liked some of them, this other guy liked some of the other ones. That's how it works. Just like comic books. That's why we're here today, right?
Yeah.
And I was just saying, this music right here is like, we just segued into the Charlie Brown Depression Goth special. It's Charlie Brown in Paris, France, crying black tears and killing himself. But first looking at a football.
Pretty death metal.
Hey, yeah. Show us your collection. All right. What's going on, guys? Selling my collection. Oh, right. How's it going? I'm here at Meltdown in the backspace, the Nerd Melt showroom, and they've given me this backspace for a very special day. It's a fundraiser for my documentary, The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. I'm raising money to make some additional sequences and scenes, recreation scenes, some additional graphics, some animatic storyboards, additional sequences that I'm out of money to do right now. So I decided, you know what? Why not sell my entire comic book collection? And most of them are going to be $1. Check them out. It's boxes and boxes of comic books, most of them sealed for your entertainment. Hey, look, there's Girls, the Luna Brothers. They're pretty awesome. That's probably a whole run of Girls, the Luna Brothers. Most of them are for $1. So most of the comics that people buy now are in these weird plastic containment devices in which you can't actually see what's inside the comic. But they're graded. There's a grading system. That's a 9.6. It's almost like the Olympics. This one is a 9.8, so that's better. And I have my comics that I worked on graded so that I can sell them to extra ultra sweaties who would like to increase the value like the stock market's in someday. So if they're like, hey, Schnepp did that Deathclaw comic and I'm going to buy that, maybe it's going to be worth, $20. Maybe in 10 years, $22. You just got $2. So talk about Batman and show us. Hey, look, I'm not going to talk about Batman. I'm going to talk about Captain America. Captain America, the brand new Winter Soldier, comes out like, what is it, in like 2 weeks? A bunch of my jerk friends from AMC Movie Talk got to see it before me. I'm the biggest comic book nerd, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it with all you normals in the movie theaters. But before that, you can buy a whole bunch of Captain America comics from me. And I've got, what's this, Captain America #1? This is the beginning of the Winter Soldier series that Ed Brubaker has made so famous now through Marvel Comics. Got a whole bunch of, oh, what's that? It's Captain America 2. So I've just got, oh my God, it's a full run of Out of Time. Bam. Then you also have Captain America Mark Waid's run. Let's jump around. Here we got the Avengers. Here's a very old Ultron. Who's that character? That's Nuclo. There's Avengers #1. There's Ultimate Avengers. There's George Perez, Busiek Avengers. There's Buscema, Tom Palmer, Stern Avengers. You got all the whole, but this is like kind of a grab bag of Avengers. So what I'm doing is I'm putting together about 20 comics of, say, the Avengers, and I'm going to sell 20 of those that are like a pretty good run and a good selection of different decades of the Avengers. And then I'm going to put those up, and we're going to sell those for $50 a piece. I'm also doing it with Batman. We have a bunch of different Batmans from many different genres. There you have 2011. Now you have 19, I believe that's 19, probably like 88. Then you have 1993. Lorna says, give us some history. Well, some history about what? The comics? Oh, okay. Well, let's look at this one. Doug Monk. I think that's how you say his name. Doug Monk and what's his? Kelly Jones, right? And B, the inker. They did this crazy run on Batman. I think this was like a weird, creepy goth vampire. Everything was really, really, really like inked up, really super crazy. All the characters are striated and dark, very Bernie Wrightson orientated. Influence of Bernie Wrightson and Michael Golden, you could almost say, is like the combo of Jones's work. Very famous from the 80s, doing American Flag and then Black Kiss. Here's his version of Batman, but this is kind of like a retro Batman from the 40s. If Batman killed Hitler. No, wait, does he kill Hitler? I don't know, you'll have to read the comic to find out, but it's kind of a weird, darker, creepier Batman. And of course, it's Howard Chaykin, so there's an ultra sexy Batwoman in here, and I think there's a Catwoman as well. So let's see here. This one's one of my favorites just because it's a cover by John Byrne, a very famous 80s artist who is still doing incredible art now, but he did this this series called The Many Deaths, I think it's called, yeah, the Many Deaths of the Batman, where he wrote it and then he did these cool covers. And each of the 3 covers are really kind of creepy and show Batman getting killed, so, or dead already. I think he's dead already. There you go. Look, there's many Batmans and they're all dead. So Tom Mandrake and Doug Monk also did a really cool run of Batman. Okay. So let's see. Let's move on away from Batman and get into... There's Superman. It's got a cool run of Superman. A really great cover from this artist, Kevin Nolan. So a great artist. And this did a really good run on Superman, and his Supermans are a lot like, you know, beefier and that's way more cartoony and like fun, almost Kirby-esque action sequences. That's where the artist Ed McGuinness kind of derives his artistic flavor from. Let's see. Here you got Avengers. It's kind of a relaunch where Romita and Michael Bendis did this brand new relaunch of the Avengers. And here you've got, wonder what that glove is. Looks like Thanos' power glove from it's Infinity Gem action. So that's from the Avengers. So it's got that kind of flavor. Let me talk to this guy for a second. Do you have stuff that you wanted to buy, or you have a question? Oh, okay, right on. Let me take a break for a second. It's like super hot back here. It's dripping
Hey, I'm Allison Hazlett from NBC's The Voice.
Hi, I'm Don Mancini, the creator of Chucky.
This is Angelina Jolie.
Hi, I'm John Landis.
Hey, I'm Rob Zombie.
Go! strange little voices we throw back and forth at dinner.
I'm Tara Buck from True Blood.
Hey, this is Sam Whooper from Sci-Fi's Being Human.
I'm Taryn Southern.
I'm Elijah Wood.
I don't understand how percentages work. Me neither. Time to get excited, guys!
Sean Becker, director of The Guild. I'm Patrick Barone.
We're the Twisted Twins.
I'm Ethan Ramirez.
Hi, I'm Jessica Chobot.
You've been watching
theStreamtv. What's up, world? It's your boy Dave Storm. You're watching theStream.tv.
Oh, look at that.
It is not banana. Stop it.
You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Hi, I'm Elijah Drenner, director of American Grindhouse. Hi, I'm Ken Davidian from The Artist.
Hello, this is Pollyanna McIntosh from The Woman.
Hi, this is Tim Schlotman, co-executive producer of Dexter.
You're watching Scared Stiff. I'm Jennifer Blunt.
What's up, Internet? This is Splits. This is Gamer Lobby Live.
There you go. The more animated he is, the better.
Well, let's do this.
One more yeah for that. I'm so excited.
Thank you to theStream.tv.
I want to see a good, clean match.
I think the idea of Martian Manhunter in the background is just to judge you.
You're watching.
And you're watching. And you're watching theStream.tv.
You're watching
You're watching theStream.tv. theStream.tv.
You're watching the Stream.tv.
The stream.
The Stream.
The Stream. The Stream. The Stream. The Stream. The Stream. Stream.tv.
The Stream.tv.
The Stream.tv.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm standing right here next to Michelangelo. It was given to us by Kevin Eastman for the 35 Days of Eastman event we had here at Meltdown. He got to recreate his studio in our annex and sold a lot of really great, awesome turtle memorabilia. The first Ninja Turtle drawing he ever did was sold here. We also, this was made by the Kyoto brothers. And one of the most frequent questions we get asked here is, why is Michelangelo holding a bow staff? The reason behind that is, A, nunchucks are illegal in California. Secondly, it helps them stand up a little bit better. But here, let me give you a little bit more of a tour of the awesome things we have here at Meltdown. One of my personal favorite things we have in the lower part of this is a 2001 A Space Odyssey G.I. Joe spacesuit. It was made for 12-inch G.I. Joes. There are only a few of them made, and it was from a South American company, and they only made a very few of these, especially the red one. So they're pretty limited edition, fun little stories that go along with that. As we go down, we got our awesome Japanese toy collection. The old Bruce Lee cartoon, we've got a bunch of those toys. Since the trailer of Godzilla dropped, we've been running a little skimp on some Godzilla stuff, but as you can see, we still have some of the awesome vinyls. If you'll follow me down, we also have here Shaolin Cowboy, Jeffrey Darrow's opus about a mostly silent Shaolin cowboy. This is sculpted by Wednesday's Finest, owned by Adam Silverstein. Wonderful, wonderful toy. It comes in the Rio Bravo edition and the regular. Darrow originally wanted the Rio Bravo style to be the stand-in. They wanted that to be the color scheme. But because Shaolin Cowboy was going to be in the desert so often, it didn't make sense to have his shirt be the color of the sky and his pants be the color of a desert. So he was kind of at a loss, and he's like, hey, let's just go Superman. And that's why we have those colors right here. Over here we got our Bear Bricks, our Kubricks. Stephen Glickman, a good friend of the stores, created these zombie big boys, which are absolutely beautiful. Each one of them is hand sculpted for your delight and horror. He accidentally got sick eating Bob's Big Boy and did these as an artistic revenge. Quite lovely. We got our Tintin, fantastic series. Hergé is one of the greats, and we try to keep a case open to commemorate his genius. Another one of our favorites, we've got Tim Burton's case with some Matt Groening on the top. Some lovely things. Felipe Smith, the upcoming writer of the new Ghost Rider series coming out from Marvel next week, hand-painted those Bart Simpson toys. They're great. He's great. We love him. And here, the man, the god, the legend. This is Thor. I want to say life-size bust, but in truth, I think he'd be a little bit larger than that. But that's one of our favorites. Yep. And as we go back through, we've got a ton of great stuff. Let's check in with Derek behind the counter, see what he's doing.
What's up?
Hey, Derek.
What do you want to know?
What are you reading right now?
What am I reading right now?
Mm-hmm.
I just got done reading one of the most terrifying books ever. Black Hole.
Why is it terrifying?
Well, it's very adult in its themes.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of kids in the store right now, but it's about adult sickness. Let's just say that much. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Steez.
Yeah, steez.
But,
or stids.
Yeah.
Stids and steeds.
Stids and steeds.
But also a little more eloquent in that it's just basically talking about using your life to its fullest and kind of not going into the pitfalls and the traps of youth, I would say. Cool. So, and it's pretty good. Would you call it a moral tale?
I would say.
I would say it's a moral tale.
Plus, Charles Burns' art is pretty
surreal.
unparalleled.
It's all black and white, and looks fantastic.
Cool.
So, that's what I'm reading.
Rock and roll.
Awesome.
Yeah. We've also got over here Anders Holm. He just completed this first book, Echo Island, and it's very much in the same vein of Charles Burns. Really stark, awesome, black and white, and again, it's a gruesome tale. It's a really scary kids camp type of story, something you'd hear around a campfire at a camp. Really great, really dark, really fun. Highly recommended by all of us. Yeah. Over here we've got Goody Two Sleeves, our in-house pop-up shop. They've got some wonderful shirts, clothing, fun things. One of my favorite is the Hellraiser. They're working with Miramax. We've got our pinhead here. And then on the back, just because you know a Cinnabite would want it this way. All right. Well, that's Meltdown. Thanks for joining me on this fun little journey through the store. All right. Thanks, man.
My name is Xander Jeanray.
My name is Kelly Boardman.
I'm Ryan Shrewsbury.
Ben Thomas.
Kevin Becker. Pretty sure I'm only here because everybody needs a ride home.
I'm here with my friends just to have a good time, drink a little bit, and play some board games.
Tonight we are making what we are calling the Gold Rusher. So what you're going to need for this is whiskey, cinnamon schnapps, some sarsaparilla, and some brown sugar and orange for the garnish.
Put some bourbon in your Yahtzee cup, and let's see who ends up
Under the table.
She's just like, bye. Sorry, guys, bye. But no.
And now there's pretzels on the table. I don't know where they came from. I don't really know why we have them.
Xander, stop taking all the good friggin' trash!
Nope.
Get me.
Nope.
Okay,
I want
fine.
more.
Love you, Ben. Mean it.
Yo, here comes a helicopter. See if you could hear over this amazing helicopter. Wow. I'm at Meltdown Comics in the back, the Nerd Melt showroom, and Castan and Francisco have let me come back here and sell my comics. Here's an incredible Walt Simonson written and drawn Thor. If you guys like Thor, here's almost an entire run of every single comic that Walt Simonson did for Thor. And it's an introduction of characters like that are in Thor the Dark World, the very first issue that Malekith is in. I think it's going for like 20 bucks or something. It's only $1 right here, folks. Only if you know what you're looking for can you find the gems. And I'm going to help you find out what the gems are. I mean, it'll be a little too late when you see this because this comic sale will be over. You'll have to find these on eBay and pay like triple, maybe like 400 times the amount of money. But so that's Thor. Thor's a great character. There's a lot of Thors. Let's see if we have any other Thors. Here's like a Jack Kirby Stan Lee reprint starring The Wrecker. Pretty sure that's his name, right? The Wrecker. What is he? He's like a thug who has a crowbar, and then he gets some kind of mystical enchantment powers, and then he's a supervillain, and Thor has to beat his ass. This is a Jack Kirby spectacular issue. Let's see. Avengers. Come on over here. We'll talk about Avengers. So the Avengers, obviously everybody knows about the Avengers from the Avengers movie. Well, it was originally obviously a comic book that had all those guys. Also, just like in the comic, they had their own comics. Then they grouped them together and became a super team. I've got a bunch of issues of the Avengers. These are like 80s Avengers, where they had characters like Hercules, Captain Marvel, the Black Knight. In this issue, they're fighting the Submariner, also known as Namor. So this was one of the incarnations of the Avengers, the lineup, so to speak. The lineup of the Avengers has changed over many, many, many years. Here's another lineup. Who will be the Avengers? It's hard to tell, but this is Busiek and George Perez. This is another like early 2000s comic where we didn't know what the lineup was going to be. Is it going to be the Thor with the beard? Is it going to be Ant-Man? Is it going to be Scarlet Witch? Is the Hulk going to be in it? Could Namor possibly be an Avenger? So George Perez, famous artist. Another amazing artist is John Romita Jr. And he's been doing a run on the Avengers, and this is one of the first issue of the relaunch of the Avengers comics. So it's got a lot of #1s happening in Marvel worlds nowadays. So that's a little, going to be doing a bundle of those comics. Yeah, we're going to have to take a break for me to find the X-Men's because they're somewhere in here. But Captain America, right here. We've got a bunch of Captain Americas. You guys have heard of the Winter Soldier. Here's a bunch of the very first Winter Soldiers. You also have the Cosmic Cube with the Red Skull. Andy Kubert, son of Joe Kubert, is drawing it. Mark Waid, incredible writer who's written countless comics that you've probably read. Kingdom Come being one of the more famous ones that he did with Alex Ross. Let's see here. Here's Captain America and Thor teaming up to fight Hydra. These comics are all part of a bundle I'm putting together of Captain America comics. Here's an old one. I love the little comic book logo of the Jack Kirby Captain America with like kind of the heavy foot action going on there. This is a reprint comic of the first time. It says the first time, first time Captain America met the Human Torch, but I believe it's actually the Captain America is a thief dressed up as Captain America because Captain America wasn't uniced yet, supposedly. I'm pretty sure that's, from memory, that's I think what this issue is. It's a reprint issue. Here's a very kind of rare comic. It's a Kevin Maguire of Justice League fame. Did this limited series. This is back in the early mid-'80s where a lot of comics were doing these like kind of square-bound comic books that Frank Miller's The Dark Knight made very popular for about 10 years. They did these kind of like graphic novels that were square-bound. They were called prestige format comics. And here's like, this one also has like kind of like a raised embossed cover where you can kind of see, it's like, hey man, Captain America's scales are all raised and embossed. That's cool. It's a pretty cool comic. It's like from the 40s. It's not from the 40s. I'm just saying the story is a 40s base story. That's when Captain America wore this kind of like weird plated shirt. This like old school kind of armor, so to speak. And this amazing artist Brian Hitch kind of brought that back into the late 2000s with writer Mark Millar and Ed Brubaker actually wrote this one, but yeah, they did a really great run on the Ultimates, and that kind of like rebirthed what you now see as the Avengers. That's what you got. Why you have Sam Jackson as Nick Fury is because of the Ultimates. They actually were like, oh, let's just make Nick Fury Sam Jackson, and then that actually made Sam Jackson get hired to be Nick Fury. It's crazy. Comic books. That's all I got to say. Bam. All right, so let me find. What up?
Next, we want to let you guys know that Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you can check out the Gutex and Mike Ross show on Daily Motion.
You never know what you're going to see. You might see magicians, you might see relationship advice, but one thing you will see for sure every week is that's me beating that ass.
Allison Hazelip from NBC's The Voice.
Hi, I'm Don Mancini, the creator of Chucky.
This is Angelina Jolie.
Hi, I'm John Landis.
Hey, I'm Rob Zombie.
Strange little voices we throw back and forth at dinner.
I'm Tara Buck from True Blood.
Hey, this is Sam Whooper from Sci-Fi's B&Q.
I'm Taryn Southern.
I'm Elijah Wood.
I don't understand how percentages work.
Me neither. Time to get excited,
Hi, I'm
guys!
Sean Becker, director of the Guild. I'm Patrick Barone.
We're the Twisted Twins.
I'm Ethan Ramirez.
Hi, I'm Jessica Chobot.
You've been watching
theStream.tv. What's up, world? It's your boy Daystorm. You're watching theStream.tv.
Oh, look at that.
It is not banana. Stop it.
You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Hi, I'm Elijah Brenner, director of American Grindhouse. Hi, I'm Ken Davidian from The Artist.
Hello, this is Pollyanna McIntosh from The Woman.
Hi, this is Tim Schlotman, co-executive producer of Dexter.
You're watching Scared Stiff. I'm Jennifer Blunt.
What's up, Internet? This is Splits. This is Gamer Lobby Live.
There you go. The more animated he is, the better.
Well, let's do this.
One more yeah for that. I'm so excited.
Thank you to theStream.tv.
I want to see a good, clean match.
I think the idea of Martian Manhunter in the background is just to judge you.
You're watching.
And you're watching theStream.tv.
You're watching.
You're watching theStream.tv. theStream.tv.
You're watching The Stream.
TV.
The stream. The stream.
The Stream.
The Stream. The Stream. The Stream. The Stream. Stream.tv.
The Stream.tv.
TheStream.tv.
Hey, let's talk about two other. Oh. All right. So I'm right here at Meltdown Comics, stream.tv. We're beaming right now talking about comic books. I got a bunch of runs of different comics. Got the Jim Lee X-Men right now. It's like, let's take a look at some of these. Then you got a bunch of different comics from different comic artists. Of course, let's talk about these right here. Joss Whedon did an incredible run on X-Men with the amazing John Cassidy drawing it. So I've got a full run of those comics right here. Most of the ones with variant covers, but these are great, these X-Men comics. You know, it says right here $3. All of these are $1, guys. But the X-Men is a really great series. It's one of my faves. You have mutants. Of course, we have the X-Men Days of Future Past movie coming out based on the comic book. So it's been a great year for comic book movies. And I love that Marvel has so many different movies spread out to all these different companies because we, the fans, just keep getting like 5-6 Marvel movies every year. So it's great. Speaking of Marvel, we've got some Fantastic Four. Here's a Fantastic Four number 500. With my favorite guy, Dr. Doom, on the cover. Yeah, a whole bunch of different comic books for Fantastic Four. They've gone through so many different iterations. You had Mark Waid, once again, the writer I was talking about earlier. This was his run with Mike Wieringo. Then you had this whole different run that Hitch was drawing, I believe with Hickman. Now this was a totally cool, like back to the cosmic style Fantastic Four series. And then that was Michael Bendis, Millar, Kubert did a whole run on the Fantastic Four. And then here's some older Fantastic Fours. This is like a 1980s Fantastic Four where they introduced Terrax, who was a herald of Galactus. He took over after the Silver Surfer quit. You have my favorite run of Fantastic Four. After Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, my favorite run is John Byrne, who I had mentioned earlier, and this is one of his Doctor Dooms. Well, Doctor Doom's not in this cover, and you can see John Byrne in the corner there, but I have a good run of every single John Byrne comic that was made, Fantastic Four. Here's a whole bunch of them. This was inked by the legendary Joe Sinnott, who also inked Jack Kirby back in the 60s. Crazy tie-in with the Beyonder from Secret Wars. It's like a lot of history right here, guys. Of course, another thing that you guys don't want to forget about is the Fantastic Four that Jim Lee did when he went over to Marvel for a brief period doing Heroes Reborn. And here's his version of Captain America. So, Fantastic Four have a deep history, and you can check out more of these comics later. I'm going to have a bundle of Fantastic Four comics for you guys, too, so check it out.
Allison Hazlett from NBC's The Voice.
Hi, I'm Don Mancini, the creator of Chucky.
This is Angelina Jolie.
Hi, I'm John Landis.
Hey, I'm Rob Zombie.
Let's do this.
Strange little voices we throw back and forth at dinner.
I'm Tara Buck from True Blood.
Hey, this is Sam Whitwer from the Sci-Fi's Being Human.
I'm Taryn Southern.
I'm Elijah Wood.
I don't understand how percentages work.
Me neither. Time to get excited,
Hi, I'm
guys.
Sean Becker, director of The Guild.
I'm Patrick Verone.
We're the Twisted Twins.
I'm Ephraim Ramirez.
Hi, I'm Jessica Chobot.
You've been watching
theStream.tv. What's up, world? It's your boy Daystorm. You're watching theStream.tv.
Oh, look at that.
It is not banana. Stop it.
You'll never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Hi, I'm Elijah Brenner, director of American Grindhouse. Hi, I'm Ken Davidian from The Artist.
Hello, this is Pollyanna McIntosh from The Woman.
Hi, this is Tim Schlotman, co-executive producer of Dexter.
You're watching Scared Stiff. I'm Jennifer Blunt.
What's up, Internet? This is Splits. This is Gamer Lobby Live.
There you go. The more animated he is, the better.
Well, let's do this.
One more yeah for that. I'm so excited.
Thank you to theStream.tv.
I want to see a good clean match.
I think the idea of Martian Manhunter in the background is just to judge you.
You're watching.
And you're watching theStream.tv.
You're watching.
You're watching theStream.tv.
theStream.tv.
You're watching The Stream.
TV.
The stream.
The Stream.
The stream.
The Stream.
Stream.tv.
The Stream.tv.
TheStream.tv.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Gutex. We want to let you guys know that Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you can check out the Gutex and Mike Ross show on Daily Motion.
You never know what you're going to see. You might see magicians, you might see relationship advice, but one thing you will see for sure every week is that's me beating that ass.
Check out all these people, man, combing through the comics right now. I'm really happy that they're all here. I hope that they get... what, did he find one? He found a Superboy, and it's only $1. Oh, my God. Man, I can't even believe that. So these guys are all here. They're going to get deals. I mean, there's hidden gems in every single one of these boxes that, you know, $20, $30 comics that are just $1. So why am I doing this? It's because I'm making this documentary called The Death of Superman Lives. I raised money on Kickstarter last year. I didn't reach my stretch goal, and I'm now 6 months past when I thought I'd be done with the documentary. I'm still doing interviews. I just got Kevin Smith a few weeks ago. I've got some other big people that I can't announce just yet, but they're coming up in the next week or two. So in order to get that done, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do these recreation scenes, do some of these animations, and raise the money to do it. So I thought I'd sell my comic collection, as well as do a donation run on schneppzone.com/SupermanLives. You can donate $25 and become a finishing funder. You'll be credited in the film. Donate some money, help me out, help me get some of these recreation scenes, some of these animations, some of these storyboards done, and done in an awesome way. So I'm still doing them, but the more money I make, the better I can make them. So, and I also thought, you know, I've been a comic book collector and fan for over 3 decades, buying comics since I was a little kid, and I kept really good care of them. I put them in plastic, so the plastic bag thing, you know, and just, you know, I read them, so a lot of them, some are incredibly, like, near mint. Some are very fine, but most of them are from very fine to near mint, if you know what I'm talking about, you nerds. So come on down, and they're all for reading, too. Like, there's a couple of them encased in plastic. Those are the CGC friends, and those are the ones that, you know, cost a lot of money and you put on your wall somewhere, or hopefully it's like the stock market for nerds. They go up in, like, 10 years, and you could sell them for, like, double the money. But otherwise, I'm selling a bunch of my Doctor Who toys. I got a little Mego Doctor Doom. I got some Star Wars Power of the Force figures. I got a C-Lab 2021 Dolphin action figure. You know, some crazy stuff. And, you know, let me thank theStream.tv for coming down. I'm going to be starting a brand new web show towards the end of April on theStream.tv. It's going to be called Enter the Schnepp Zone, and you're going to want to check it out. So it's going to be about comic books. It's going to be about videos. It's going to be about all kinds of nerd-style things. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it with them. The other thing I'd love to thank is AMC Movie Theaters, AMC Movie Talk. I've been doing that for like a year and a half, ever since they had me come on as a guest talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. They were like, we need some sweaty nerd who knows about comic books and can talk on camera. So they got me. So I started talking, and they were like, come back. And I kept coming back, and I was like, I like being on the show because it was fun to talk about all this kind of, these things that I'm into. And the more I kept doing it, the more I realized I love doing it. So that's why I'm going to do a show on theStream.tv of my own that's just about all types of things. Toys, comic books, movies, TV shows. You name the gamut of nerdom, I'm in it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to wrap it up because I see that written down that Lorna wrote, wrap it up, son. So I'm wrapping it up here at Meltdown Comics. I'm in the back. I'm at the Nerd Melt showroom, and I'm doing this really fun thing. Thank you, Gaston, Francisco. Thank you, Nerdist, Chris Hardwick, everybody involved in letting me come back here, kind of take over for the day and sell a bunch of my stuff to different nerds and geeks and people who are just basically into comics just like me, and help me raise money for the Death of Superman Lives What Happened, which will be coming out August 1st. I'm going to be premiering it at San Diego Comic-Con. So there'll be tickets available. Probably we're going to be pre-selling the tickets towards the end of April, probably on my new show at theStream.tv. We're going to be doing a lot of promotions. There'll be secret screenings, and what's that? Oh, hey, what's up? I see some nerds over here. There's 3 really big nerds. I don't know their names, but they're under the... You guys should be coming from up under the table. Let's cut. Let's do that again. Retake. All right. And now camera coming up from under the table, and what? A bunch of giant nerds. What are your names?
Hey, well, hello there. I'm Xander.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ryan.
And they are nerds from under the table. No, what it's called? This is under the table, right? I'm taking a wild guess that they're nerds. They look like nerds. I could tell.
Yeah, Under the Table is our new board gaming show, and it's like if you combine tabletop with My Drunk Kitchen mixed together. So we play board games and we get trashed and talk about it and have fun. We have special guests every time.
Yeah, we do have one sober person whose job it is to keep the... Hey, I gotta get him home!
It's better or we all die, so it's probably a better bet that way. Also, here's Ben.
Hey, how's it going, guys? What are we talking about?
Under the Table.
Oh, yeah, it's a great show. You guys should all see it.
Episode 2 just came out yesterday, and we're filming episode 3 this week.
Yeah. Episode 2 features zombies and humans from Twilight Creations, and episode 3, should we announce it here?
Let's do it.
It's Firefly Munchkin. What? With the quotes. Yeah, but we thought we'd come out and check out the comics. It's supporting a great cause, and we want to see the movie, too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I want to see this movie.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to Comic-Con. This morning won't hold us back.
Well, there'll be other Just want to say there's going to be a lot of other opportunities to see The Death of Superman Lives. I'm talking with a lot of different people like Darren Bousman and Kevin Smith. They gave me a lot of tips on doing a tour with The Death of Superman Lives, and they were like helping me out with some really cool tips. So I think I'm almost locking in a deal for distribution with a really cool company, which I'll be announcing in the next couple weeks. I've got major announcements for the actual film with people I'll be filming, but I just can't say it until I actually have it in the can. Then I'm going to make the announcements. That's just how I roll. I don't like to say, I got this person, and then some bad stuff happens. It's always after I got to lock that down, you know? So I'm really excited to make the film, and I'm really excited to start my new show on theStream.tv. It's called Enter the Schnepp Zone. So it's going to be all nerd stuff. I'll have these nerds from under the table come on my show, and then I'll come on their show. We'll get all sweaty about Firefly and stuff like that. So be like, what's brown coat? Is that when you have problems in the pants? No, man, it's about this show, if you don't know. So yeah, come on down to Meltdown. I'm going to be here till like 4, selling all these comics. It's your chance to get a really good deal on comics that, from my personal collection that I've collected for over 30 years. So it's pretty amazing comics, and they're all the ones that are in the boxes are $1. I'm also doing a bundled collection where I've got like 20 Batmans, 20 Avengers, 20 Supermans, 20 Fantastic Fours. I'm selling those for $50. So it's like, and those are just special issues. So anyway, come on down and come to Meltdown right now. If you're watching this like 2 weeks from now, you missed out. I don't know what to tell you. It's in the past now. This is present, and then it's going to be 2 weeks in the past, and I'll be eating breakfast, and you're not here. You're watching me 2 weeks ago. It's like Days of Future Past X-Men style, but with no mutant powers and no special effects. Yeah, not as cool. So anyway, that's my wrap up. But how do you want to wrap it up? Yeah. Yo, what are these guys' favorite comics? Number one, what's your favorite comic?
Well, I like Aquaman. So anything dealing with Aquaman, he's underrepresented, I think, and he's my favorite superhero. Aquaman's right there. I see it. I end up. That's just as much. Yeah, well, I like this. I like the old style too, because I think that's really like dapper in 50s. But like the new stuff that they got for the game. What was the game? Injustice. So he's like a badass, like king of the sea.
Let me say, Aquaman's been a little dissed. I mean, because like from the Super Friends, he was just some weird dude who would talk to like sea animals. Be like, hey, dolphin, what are you doing? Like, get out of here, you know? Like, go swim with your tuna friends. But he's actually like, not only can he talk to every animal, that's 75% of the entire world that we live on, and he can control them. Be like, yeah, I just sent like 400 beluga whales, and they just destroyed. You know, I don't know what, he didn't do that, but he could. But he's a good guy. He can turn pretty evil. Like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of tired of you dumping in my ocean. Bam, just like instant Noah's Ark, you know. For all you weird sweaties who got mad about Noah's Ark, Noah's Ark. Check out Aquaman.
Woo, you're making me swoon with all this Aquaman love.
Well, I'm a big fan of Aquaman's tuna buddies. But no, I grew up reading a lot of X-Men, so I always read X-Men. And right now I'm loving Saga by Brian K. Vaughan is another one that I really like to read, too. So I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I'm another giant X-Men fan when it comes to the whole superhero stuff. But the comic I'm really into is Fables. Fables is my favorite right now.
I also totally originally like X-Men, but in terms, I tend to go for more of the weirder stuff like Fell or like Elephant Man or Fables. Yeah, definitely like any kind of indie looking things or anything with like private eyes is always good.
Yeah, mutant private eyes. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I like, you know, I'm having some withdrawals on Criminal, so Brubaker, stop messing around and get my next Criminal series going. Tired of you playing around with these superheroes. I need some film noirs. So that's my thing. I'm into the dark Sin City style stuff. You know, whatever. I like drunk, alcoholic detectives and sexy women. There you go. Like one of these comics right here, which Chris Bono has just got for $1. You can't hear it because I'm blowing out the microphone. Haha. Yes. There's a couple criminals in there for my pals. So anyway, there's a whole collection. Wrapping it up from theStream.tv. Thanks, and see you later. We're out.
my name is Xander Jeanray.
My name is Kelly Boardman.
I'm Ryan Shrewsbury.
Ben Thomas. Kevin Becker. Pretty sure I'm only here because everybody needs a ride home.
I'm here with my friends just to have a good time, drink a little bit, and play some board games.
Tonight we are making what we are calling the Gold Rusher. So what you're going to need for this is whiskey, cinnamon schnapps, some sarsaparilla, and some brown sugar and orange for the garnish.
Put some bourbon in your Yahtzee cup, and let's see who ends up under the table.
She's just like, bye. Sorry, guys, bye. But no.
And now there's pretzels on the table. I don't know where they came from. I don't really know why we have them.
Xander, stop taking all the good friggin' trash.
You know shit.
Get me.
Nope.
I want more.
Love you, Ben. Mean it.